This a charger mash up whole heap of people marriage. This a charger nearly mash up my marriage. And I'm holding up a charger which represents some point in my life, the reality of something, we have the potential for break up marriages. And this might not be your reality, but maybe your reality is the child, maybe your reality is the furniture, maybe your reality is the car, or whatever it is that numerous time came trying to break up your marriage. And the thing about this conversation is that all what comes to try our marriage, there are often things that are replaceable. There are things where you can go back on Amazon and you can click rebuy. You can rebuy it. You can go back to the store and you can pick it up. And most of the times, these things that we can purchase, these things that does not have eternal value, these are the things that comes in our life that present themselves as situation that wants to determine to us that we are not supposed to stay married. And I use this charger because I remember there was a point in my life where I started understanding something about my husband. I started recognizing that my husband had gadgets for like 10 years, 15 years. And one of the reasons that is because he takes very good care of his gadgets. My husband is the person who just taking things like these things and just throw it all about the place. Nope. My husband is a person, when he's finished with things like these, he likes to kind of put them where he's supposed to put them, right? So I recognize that anything that my husband valued, my husband put it up in insurance, say, listen man, he knows where he can find it and he might put it out of people reach. So like my daughter's reach, he's putting it out of. But of course, as a wife, you feel entitled. Like, when I want to use a charger or anything, you just go and take up a charger. But I remember my husband, it in my head, like, tell me numerous of times, Steve, when you take out my things then, right? Just for them to preserve and for them not to get lost, just put it back where you get it, right? Now leave it all about the place that the baby can take it or anything like that. And it happened one day that my husband charger, and something happened which was my fault, and in charger mash up. And I remember when my husband recognized, because of course me have to go now and say, say me kind of break the charger and I have to confess and tell him. And of course my husband was upset because he was like, how did it happen? And when I told him, I said, but that's the thing that I told him not to do, right? And as a wife, you don't think that, that kind of take responsibility and look into this myself and say, why actually really just listen to what I'm saying. Nope, that's not what I did. You know what I did? I started telling him straight, him value the charger more than him value me. Right? The charger can go buy back. Right? So why is he upset? He doesn't have any right to be upset. And that was just my husband's scenario. But for me, I've been to the place where we clean out the house. Nice. And when my husband came in, come in with his shoes. You understand? And in that moment, I felt like, no, this person does not appreciate the fact that I'm out my yard the entire day. I clean my house. And I was walking into shoes. And in that moment, of course, when I did, talk my frustration, he never just meet with, I'm sorry, and you understand? And these are things that I say to people many times. It's not the big things in your marriage that often wants to come in your marriage to define your marriage and make your marriage not work. It is sometimes your pet peeves, the things that you despise, that you recognize. It's same thing when I despise. I mean, talk to my husband and tell him I mean, I like it. That is the same thing my husband get up on him do with no regards about my feelings. And sometimes we take that one thought and we let it dominate our life. And then we recognize, say, we're upon the brink of divorce because people now start to think people don't care about them, don't care about their feeling. And we had to get to a point in our relationship where we said to ourselves, say, The charger now mash up a relationship and make we get a divorce. The charger now make we live and can love one another. No floor and no sofa now go make me and you can have peace in this house. And so we had to be very intentional as a married couple. Or me did have to be very intentional too. And said to myself, say, listen, I am not going to allow things that can be repurchased. Floor when me can move up again. For make me and my husband live in a peace. For make me and my husband get up every single day in an argument. And I want to implore you too and encourage you. You see things that you can replace. There are some things you can't replace. You can't replace a good man. You cannot replace a good woman. So don't allow things that you can go back on Amazon and purchase. Things that you can go in the store and take up. Don't allow those things to dominate your life. Don't allow it to make your marriage be destroyed because of it. Take a stance in your marriage and recognize that one of the most important things God has given unto you is your husband and it is your wife, and He also gave you the marriage covenant for you to honor until death. May God bless you and your marriage. This is day 5 of me sharing about my 7 years of marriage and how I have been thriving.